Hello everyone. Today I'd like to show you my purchases on my month-long trip to England, October 2016, and show you where these things fit into my collection. What you're looking at there is the Transcontinental Railways Blue Observation. I've had that particular car for about a year, but nothing else to go with it. So when I got the opportunity, when I saw these, I added in enough to make it a train, starting with a coach, an observation dome and a baggage car. And they fit quite well with my Transcontinental Pacific loco. Not the correct loco to go with these cars. That's a blue diesel. I don't have one of those, but I've got my eye open for one at some point. So that's the first one. Secondly, I was able to find a centre car to go with my Class 101, my Triang, stuck on the points there. Oh, she's not going to go any further than that. But anyway, you can see the centre car there added in. This is Metropolitan Camel. I believe it's Class 101. So anyway, I have a centre car added in there. My BR Southern Region coaches have been limited over the last few years to these two. A Triang, first class, and a mainline, I think, corridor second. I use my Class 25 rack to pull those around. I think it looks pretty nice on those. I wanted to make that into a train, not just a couple of cars. So I kept an eye open for those types of cars. So added to those two, I have a nice buffet car, a brake second, and I added on a horse box. We can run those between the New Forest and Swanage, something like that. There's my thoughts on that one. My blue and grey Mark 1s have been limited to a first class and a brake second. And I have my Blue Deltic, my Lima Blue Deltic to pull those, but not much of a train. So I was on the lookout for more coaches for this train. And what I came up with was another first. That's a Triang. An absolutely sparkling clean buffet car, Lima. Another brake second, and a sleeping car. So that makes up my blue and grey Mark 1s. I have a nice train there now. 5 cars. Hornby Railroad Teaks. These are the two that I bought this October, and they are to add on to the two previous ones that I had, giving me a 4-car rake of Railroad Teaks. Makes a nice little train behind my Flying Scotty. I also have an AH Peppercorn in the apple green LNER, so they would look nice behind that too. My blue and grey Mark 2s, these are all Airfix, and these are what I've had, what I'm showing you now, what I've had for a few years now. A brake second, a first, another first, another first, and another first. So I really wanted to add to this train. One, two, three, four firsts. She uncoupled on me. And brake second and 3 second class cars. So that gives me now in Mark II cars, coaches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them all together. Quite pleased with that train. That looks good behind the Western. Also looks good behind the Deltic, and we'll be seeing them running behind both of those locos in future videos. For Blood and Custard rakes, I have 6 of the old Triang 9-inch coaches. They are awaiting re-bogeying. Going to put the Bachmann Mark I bogies on those, so they'll roll around there really nicely. But other than that, I had in full size, scale size, a Mark I brake and 1 Thompson. Obviously not enough for a rake, so I was on the lookout for more of these. And on these you'll see I have my BR NRM limited edition Dominion of Canada. I think they look really good. So what I managed to find was another 2 Thompsons. And I think that gives me a nice rake as well. Okay, for the next one I'm going to show you this. This is the Triang Railways RS23 set. I purchased this particular set 35 years ago. One of the interesting things about this box I find is the wallpaper on the back of the wall in the picture here is the same wallpaper I had in my bedroom way back when I was around 10-12 years old. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we've got inside here. There we go. I'll draw the box off of there so we've got a good clear view of it. It's the Britannia set with Pullmans. So there's Pullman car Anne, Pullman car Jane, and car number 79. So I wanted to add to that set, and I'm happy to say that I have been able to do that. So here's the original set from the box. Britannia, car 79, Jane, and Anne. Now we'll go pick up the new coaches. To make it a 5-car set. I do have another one, but it's been hand painted, it's a little rough, and it might take a lot of work to get it back together. So, good old car 79, Jane, and added in Mary, and a second car 79. Really happy with that. For the final one, I picked up this Lima Mark I BG in blue, and all I have to add into that one at the moment is an old Triang Mark I BG in maroon. They look fine together. I will have to be increasing that train. Well, I do have an old Triang Royal Mail, one of the working ones that picks up the mailbag and throws it out the other side. I could add that into it on the train. We'll give that a look sometime. So that concludes my my coach purchases. In addition to those, I did pick up another Airfix SO tank wagon. By the time I get this one built and completed and into the collection, I'll have, I think, 8 or 9 of these. I find they run quite well on here. I use KD number 6 couplers on them. Works very well. So we'll be looking out for those in future videos. I also picked up some couplers for various makes. It lists Airfix, Triang, Hornby, Mainline, Bachmann and Hornby on there. At Monk Bar, when I was in that hobby shop, I added to my military collection with a British 3-inch mortar and crew. Also at the Toy and Train fairs, I picked up a second-hand Pico SLE88 Electro Frog, and tucked into the box as well is a second turnout that I picked up. So got those. Got no particular use for those ones right now, but the opportunity was there. I picked them up. I'm sure I'll use them. From Replica Railways, at the Peterborough show, I picked up a few odd bits and pieces, some coach buffers, Mark 1 coach ends, and some early emblem BR logos. In addition, I picked up a few odd bits and pieces. This here is the Wills Kit Period York Paving SS77. My second pack of those. They are very useful. I picked up 3 little trees. They're quite light coloured, and I thought that would give some contrast. Three mail bags for my Triang mail coaches. As I mentioned before, when I went to Toys and Tuck in Southend, I picked up some Hornby wheels. These are the 12.6mm diameter wheels. Not quite sure what they fit on, but I'm sure I shall use them at some point. I got 3 more packs of Mark 1 bogies, Bachmann Mark 1 bogies, and over there I'm quite pleased with this one. This is a pretty cheap, probably Lima, 30-foot container in HO scale. I'm a sucker for containers. I've got about 260 of them altogether, and getting oddball ones like a 30-foot Dunlop one is quite a treasure to me. So there's those added in to my purchases. Now, if all that were not enough, I popped into a charity shop in the town in which I was staying one day, and there sat these. These are the Ammer.com static models. There's lots of them about. I thought I did well. I picked up 7 of them for £4 a piece. They look quite nice, and they are to scale, so they'll end up in my display cases. But I saw over the course of the time that I was there that I have just scratched the surface of what's available. There's my BR Standard 4. I also added, I've just opened those 2, hopefully you can see this. I added in an LMS 8F. Southeastern Chatham Railway C-Class 060. Class 46 in the blue. Now, with those coaches that I bought, I could have this one just sitting static somewhere in one of my movies, hooked up to those coaches. Look quite fine. I got a Caledonian Railway single, the 442 or 422, number 123. And last but not least, I like the look of this one. There she is, a 1927 rebuilt in 1950 ex-LMS 46100 Royal Scot. I think they're going to look quite nice here. At £4 a piece, I'm happy. And just two more items to show you. Didn't make a purchase on these. These came to me through the generosity of another modeler. So, thank you very much. I have a Pullman brake, car number 65. It required a coupler, which I've already replaced. It had a little paint damage in a couple of spots. I've already tidied that up a little bit, but there's a little more work to do. That actually shows on the other side of it. And behind that, I have tucked a Hornby A4 Sparrowhawk. Now this one came to me with electronic stuff hanging out. The top is off. I'll just pull that back. Loose wires, other wires here and there, bits and pieces of wire sticking out everywhere. It's going to be a project to get that one back up and running, but I think I can do it. So future videos, hopefully we'll see Sparrowhawk running alongside my Dominion of Canada and my Bachmann limited edition Dwight D. Eisenhower. Also in the early BR emblem and the blue, the same paint scheme as this one. So that's it. I had a great holiday. Talk to you later. Bye.